Well, welcome back to the Piney Woods Homestead, y'all. I've been promising for a while to show off those baby speckled Sussex chicks. They're about a week and a half old now, so it's about time I showed those things off. Lisa and I got a lot of woodwork to do today. I've got to get a large southern yellow pine on the mill. Got to get it out of my way because there's some older southern yellow pine logs that are going to get split for a campfire wood order. So we're going to be milling and splitting today, and that's probably about it, y'all. Rain coming in, so we're going to try to get this thing done before it hits us. Guys, thanks for stopping in. Hit that old like and subscribe if you hadn't, and if you have, as always, y'all, we appreciate you. Let's fire up this mill. EZ Boardwalk Jr. mill. Y'all, what I'm cutting today is 2x6s. I need 2x6s to frame out bunk beds in that off-grid cabin. We actually got the metal on the roof yesterday. Didn't film any of that, so spoiler alert, but you probably wouldn't have wanted to see me crawling around on top of a roof anyways. At least my mother-in-law wouldn't. Love you, mother-in-law. Anyways, we're gonna get these 2x6s cut, and then we're gonna move on to firewood, y'all. Y'all, that's not a bad looking log if I do say so myself. A little bit over 8 foot, 8.5 foot. And it's gonna give me about 12-inch wide boards, I'm pretty sure, once I get it into a camp, something around there. But I'm looking for 2x6s, so that's gonna work out perfect. Guys, we're gonna speed this thing up and let you watch me get this thing on milled, and then we're gonna get on to some firewood with Lisa. And now is a good time, y'all. Let me mention this. We appreciate y'all watching. We appreciate you subscribing, sharing it if you have other social media platforms. You know, you got that little share button. But if you don't worry about that. When you're on the phone talking to your cousin you haven't seen in 30 years, tell them about the Piney Woods Homestead. Tell them there's still some country folks down south here that are getting it done. Y'all, we appreciate you. Let's get back into milling. So far I've got 12 2x6s out of that, and I've got a couple of slabs here. 2 of them are 4 2x6s. 4 2x6s, not the letter 4, but not the number 4. I can't even talk, y'all. You know what I mean. I cut them off when I was making the cants, and I've got to get some more 2x6s out of them. But y'all, this is the real deal here. Sawmilling, producing firewood, raising hogs, not just growing them out, breeding them, not just growing out chickens, breeding them, not just talking about gardening, but doing it. That's the stuff that you're going to see right here, and you already know you see it here. We're just old-fashioned, and we garden and we produce livestock the way that we've been taught growing up. We were just sitting here talking, we're waiting on somebody to show up to pick up some chicks from us, and how there's so much of this much of these buzzwords out here. Regenerative this, regenerative that. All these buzzwords, y'all. This is just common sense. Common sense approaches at maintaining your land, maintaining your garden soil, maintaining your livestock. We're not teaching you here how to make bukus of money off of selling chickens and pigs, and how many pigs can you grow on this much land, and how many cows can you put on this much land, and what's the difference between store-bought chicken and the Rangers and the fryers that we do. We know what we like to eat. We like the Rangers, we like the fryers, and once you have them, you probably ain't gonna go back to a Cornish. Some people still grow them because it's more economical. It just is. But we're no gurus around here, y'all. We don't follow the book of anybody else other than the good book, if you know what I mean. So we're going to get into some firewood here in just a second. Just our little 2 cents on all the agendas out there when it comes to homestead and farming and all that. Y'all, we're just simple, common sense, God-fearing country folk. Y'all, I hadn't had my old Stihl MS2, what is it? 290 out in a long time. Had this saw for, let's see, I'm 44. I've had it since I was probably 19. My brother and I bought it new. It was a $400 saw back then, y'all. 18-inch bar. It's a good saw. I've worked on it a little bit. It's running better. Needs a new chain. Probably gonna remedy that pretty soon, but I just like pulling out the old stuff once in a while, y'all. But back to this regenerative farming, all these buzzwords. You'll watch channels on YouTube, all they talk about is healing the soil and holistic approaches to raising your food and your livestock. Y'all, it's great, it's great. We do that here. And we just don't talk about it a whole lot because it's just common sense practice to compost your chicken litter, to limit your synthetic fertilizers on your crops, whether it's your garden or your crop on a farm, to good breeding practices, making sure that you're not inbreeding animals, that sort of thing. Just common sense, y'all. We don't turn it into a religion around here. And sometimes I feel like that's what a lot of people have done, is they turn even farming practices into a religion, or if at the very least an idol. But we want to heal the soil, but we're more interested in healing the soul, y'all, the soul of people. And so that's what we're all about here at the Piney Woods. And I know that not everybody wants to hear that. That's fine, y'all. Click on something else. But we love people, and we want to see people's souls being regenerated. And so that's why we do and talk about what we talk about here, y'all, because the only book we follow around here is the good book. And we make no excuses for that. And we ain't perfect, y'all, by any means. Lord have mercy. We are not perfect by any means. And we ain't judging nobody that ain't living the way we are. No, sir, we ain't doing that. But anyways, we're following a good book. We're all about healing people's souls, including our own, through the love of Jesus. But now we're going to get to splitting. Enough preaching. Y'all, this is just campfire wood, and it's a half a cord is what it's going to end up being. And we've already got quite a bit split. Just need to do these 2 firewood poles I had on the deck. So we'll get through this real quick, y'all. Y'all, that's going to wrap it up for us today here at the Piney Woods Homestead. Between getting about 14 2x6s and some other random boards and splitting basically a half of a face cord here is what we just did to complete a campfire wood order. That's all we got to do today, y'all. And y'all, sometimes I get just a little bit, what's the word you would say?
Which one?
With my preaching. A little bit zealous.
Yeah.
Would that be the right word? Sometimes I do, y'all, because, y'all, we've talked about this before, we could turn this channel into doom and gloom and
today's latest headlines.
All the headlines that you can look on your own and find. And, you know, we don't have to tell you that the world's gone into the pot. Y'all, you can look around yourself and tell that. So we're not here to tell you all about that. We are here to show you how we live simply. We're not making a ton of money. We're just getting by, like most of y'all. Or a lot of you are probably retired. I believe a lot of folks that watch us are retired, and they grew up living like we do, just simply on a small farm or a homestead. Our main focus is showing you that and showing you our heart, y'all. For us, it's not about just how many views can we get through the latest headlines or the latest guru talking about how to run your chickens on your place. Y'all, we're just showing you how to live. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Y'all have a good day, a great week. We'll see you on the next one. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise
too high.
That's right. We'll see you.